man. So if you are interested in things that we're doing now in the Black Business School, we have the Stock Market Investors Club, drboystockmarket.com. I have a list. I have something called What Dr. Boyce is Buying. It's a list of just all these recommendations on stocks that I like. Again, I don't give investing advice, but it's not even recommendations. These are just stocks that I like. And these assets, you can go back about a year. Literally, grab. You can look at anything over the last year. And if I recommended it a year ago, I still recommend it today because most of the stocks that I look at for long-term investments are assets that I'm comfortable holding for 5 or 10 years. They're not things that I believe are going to do well next week because nobody knows what next week looks like. It's really a matter of deciding what is your long-term play, what is your long-term strategy. So buying the dip is the best approach. And it sucks, when the market's not giving you that immediate gratification. But the long-term play is that this is the greatest wealth builder in the history of the world. In fact, I heard Pastor Jamal Bryant recently. I thank God that a lot of these guys are starting to understand this. I've been trying to convince Jamal and Roland Martin and everybody else, like, stop, don't just talk about who people are voting for. Vote for yourself. And voting for yourself means voting for your family, voting for your wealth. And Roland and I, we've been arguing about stuff for many, many years, and Jamal and I, we don't argue, but Jamal, I know him and everything, and I've heard them talk about this. I heard Jamal say that something like 87% of Black people don't own stocks. I didn't know if that was true or not, but I got to look up the specific statistic. But the number is not what it should be. But here's the beautiful part. While if it's true, which I don't know, I got to check this stat, but if it's true that only 13% of the Black community owns stocks, then I want you to understand how special you are. In fact, let me ask you all a quick question. I want to ask you all. In fact, I should even do a poll. Let me see here. I'm gonna do a poll really quick. And first of all, give me a yes in the chat if you own stock, and then I'm literally gonna ask you this question in a poll. If you're not in the Zoom, you won't get the poll, but you should come to the Zoom next time. All right. So let me ask you this question. All right, I'm gonna put it up here. And do you own stock? And the answer is just yes or no. Like, do you own stock or not? All right. So let's put this in here. And I think this is your opportunity to be proud, to brag a little bit. You are ahead of your time if you answer yes to this question. So let me see. Hold on. Here we go. I'm launching the poll now. So if everybody can answer this poll, I want us to get some bragging rights. So everybody who owns at least one share of stock, put a yes in the chat. If you don't, you can put no, and that's okay. We're not judging. I want you to be honest. Please be honest. Don't be up in here lying now. We don't do no fake it till you make it. I want you to make it till you take it. You understand? Like, we don't do fake it till you make it. You ain't got to fake nothing up in here. Ain't nobody in here trying to be fake. We there's substance over flash. No flashy Negroes allowed. No pretending to be rich. I want you to really be rich, and then I want you to pretend to be broke so that people won't ask for your money. That's what I believe in, right?